Cheetah's tears.
Read the passage. One day, Rosie went to a grocery shop to buy a packet of bread. When she saw that the shopkeeper was busy with the other customers, she stole some toffees from a jar. When she got back home, her mother asked her, from where had she got the toffees? Rosie told her mother the truth. Her mother said, "It's really very bad to steal. The shopkeeper might not be looking at you, but dishonesty destroys faith in people. So, one should never steal or lie." Rosie understood the words of her mother and went back to the shop to return the toffees to the shopkeeper. "Rosie, I'm sorry for what I did." The shopkeeper, "It's okay, dear. You are a good girl." Now, collect stories or incidents on importance of honesty. Here is a table containing the information on the Zulu tribe. Let us read the information and then write about the Zulu tribe. Location: KwaZulu, natal province of South Africa. Population 9.2 million. Language: isiZulu, Zulu, English. Religion: mixture of traditional beliefs and Christianity. Rites: birth, puberty, marriage, and death. Clothing: beads, amabheshu, goatskin band, isidwaba. Food: vegetables and fruits, boiled meat, grains, insects. Sports: soccer, swimming, mafakati. Craft and hobbies: weaving, beadswork, craft making, pottery. Now let us write about the Zulu tribe. Zulu is a well-known African tribe. The tribe is mainly found in the KwaZulu, natal province of South Africa, and has a population about 9.2 million. The language spoken by the Zulu tribe are isiZulu, Zulu, and English. They follow a mixture of traditional beliefs and Christianity as their religion. They perform traditional rites during different occasions such as birth, puberty, marriage, and death. Their clothing consists of beads, amabheshu, goatskin band, isidwaba. The food that the Zulu tribe eat are vegetables and fruits, boiled meat, grains, and insects. They like to play different sports such as soccer, swimming, and mafakati. They indulge themselves in different craft and hobbies such as weaving, beadswork, crafts making, and pottery.
Long, long ago, a Zulu hunter was sitting under a tree. His name was Eddie. He saw a large herd of deer grazing in the lush green meadow. He said to himself, "These deer are really wonderful, but I have to run a lot to catch one of them. Can't there be an easy way to get one?" Suddenly, he saw a female cheetah crawling silently closer to grazing animals. Then she leapt and caught a deer. After some time, her two young cubs came out of the bush. They all enjoyed their meal. Eddie's eyes brightened. They sparkled with an idea. He envied the cubs. Can I be lucky as these beautiful cubs? They got their food without any effort. Can I have a hunter like their mother? He thought. He decided to catch a young cub and train it to hunt for him. Then I shall only say, "Oh, my dear, go and kill a deer for me." Ah, my life will be very, very comfortable then. He was quite pleased with his own idea. He decided to follow the cubs and steal one. From his experience, Eddie knew that a cheetah never attacks a man. Therefore, it was safe to steal a cub. He followed the cheetah family till evening. At the sunset, the mother cheetah hid her cubs in a thick bush and left for a stream. Quickly, the hunter picked up his net and spear and ran into the bush. He saw 2 tiny cubs. They looked at him with their bright eyes. They were too young to run away. Eddie threw the net over them and the cubs were caught. He needed only 1 cub, but he thought, it is always better to have 2 slaves instead of 1. He dragged them all with him and hid them under a big basket. The mother cheetah returned after a while. She did not find her cubs. She looked all around. First of all, she became angry and jumped wildly. She sniffed all around, but alas, she could not find her dear babies. At last, she became sad and started crying. She cried and cried for the whole night till the next evening. She cried and cried until her tears made dark stains down her cheeks. She was still weeping. At night, the mother cheetah cried so loudly that she was heard by a wise man living in the village. The old man understood what had happened. He immediately took his strong club and came out of his hut. This old man, Ch.1, was very wise. He loved animals and knew all about them. When Ch.1 found out the hidden cubs, he knew that it was Eddie's wicked idea. He got angry with Eddie. He rushed to the hut and shouted, "I hate you, Eddie! Everybody of our tribe will hate you because you are lazy and wicked too. We know that a hunter must hunt with his own strength and skill, but you are a lazy hunter. You are a thief. You have broken the rules of our tribe. You have brought dishonor to the whole tribe." All the members of the hunter tribe got together. They decided to drive away Eddie from their village forever. Ch.1 took the cubs on his shoulders and returned them to their mother. He saw that the long weeping of the mother cheetah had stained her face forever. Facts about cheetah. Height 100 centimeters. Weight 65 kilograms. Weight at birth 300 grams. Age of maturity 2 years. Number of cubs born at a time 2 to 4. Identification. The cheetah has a lighter body and legs longer than the leopard's. It has isolated black spots, whereas the leopard has clusters of spots. Habitat. Cheetahs usually live in open forests. Presently, they are found mainly in Africa. We had lot of cheetahs in India, but the last one was shot by hunters around 1950. Habits. It is the fastest animal on the earth. Its top speed can be around 100 kilometers per hour, but it can maintain this speed only for a very short distance. Sometimes it can take a leap as long as 25 meters. It creeps silently behind the prey and then leaps up to catch it. They do not preserve their prey. This sometimes causes death of cubs and young cheetah. They are solitary creatures. They do not live in groups or herds. A family separates as soon as the cubs are mature. Diet. Medium-sized bucks are its main food. They also catch hares and large birds. Cubs. The female gives birth to 2 to 4 cubs at a time. They are very beautiful with long silver-gray fur. The mother calls them by giving a high-pitched whistle like a bird. Glossary. Lush green meadow. A field with very well-grown green grass. Crawling. Moving forward on legs with body close to the ground. Leapt. Jumped high. Sparkled. Shone. Brightened. Envied. Was jealous of. Steal. To take without permission. Stream. A small river. Dragged. Pulled. Stains. Marks that are difficult to remove. Club. A heavy, strong stick used as a weapon. Tribe. A group of people that have the same language and customs. Wicked. Evil, morally bad. Dishonor. Loss of respect because you have done something bad or immoral. Isolated. Alone. Apart from others. Presently. Now. Currently. These days. Creeps. Moves very quietly and carefully so that nobody can notice it. Preserve. Save in good condition. To be used later. Separates. Stops living together.
Fill in the blanks using the words given in the bracket. What a shame! Bravo! Well done! Congratulations! Alas! Best of luck! Vibhuti copied answers in the examination. What a shame! Jatin bandaged an injured dog in the street. Well done! Kareem is going to appear at the interview for the post of the general manager. Best of luck! Dipti scored 92% in the final exam. Congratulations! Naren completed his homework very well. Bravo! Khushali failed in the last test. Alas! Replace the underlined words with the words having the opposite meaning from the bracket. Large, easy, beautiful, comfortable, sad, wicked, lazy. When the captain and the team got down the train, a small crowd gathered to welcome them. The opposite meaning of the underlined word is large. Now, let us frame the sentence using the opposite word. When the captain and the team got down the train, a large crowd gathered to welcome them. When the question paper is difficult, the students seem happy. When the question paper is easy, the students seem happy. He is very noble, so people hate him. He is very wicked, so people hate him. Last week, I travelled by the Rajdhani Express in the AC coach. My journey was quite uncomfortable. Last week, I travelled by the Rajdhani Express in the AC coach. My journey was quite comfortable. Bindu is happy because she got less marks in the test. Bindu is sad because she got less marks in the test. Some active citizens do not use dustbin to dump rubbish at public places. Some lazy citizens do not use dustbin to dump rubbish at public places. The ugly sight of nature always attracts us. The beautiful sight of nature always attracts us. Select the proper word from the bracket and use it at proper place. Heard, meadow, sparkled, envied, habitat, stain, wicked, tribe. For example, look at this sentence. The giant was so that he didn't allow the children to play in his garden. The word that is missing here is wicked. Now let us place the word in the proper place and read the sentence. The giant was so wicked that he didn't allow the children to play in his garden. Yesterday, Raj's pen leaked in his pocket, so his shirt had blue. Yesterday, Raj's pen leaked in his pocket, so his shirt had blue stains. All the members of the decided to send Eddie out of the village for his misdeed. All the members of the tribe decided to send Eddie out of the village for his misdeed. Nirali's papa bought her a bicycle, so her younger brother, her. Nirali's papa bought her a bicycle, so her younger brother envied her. If you visit any village in monsoon, you will find lush green. If you visit any village in monsoon, you will find lush green meadows. Krishna played on his flute, and within a minute, of his cows rushed to him. Krishna played on his flute, and within a minute, a herd of his cows rushed to him. Dipti was thinking how to get rid of the situation. Suddenly, her eyes with an idea. Dipti was thinking how to get rid of the situation. Suddenly, her eyes sparkled with an idea. What do you feel when you read these sentences? Right? Well done? Or how sad? Or what a shame? Here is an example. The female cheetah crawled silently, leapt and caught a deer. How sad! Now let us do the remaining sentences. Eddie decided to steal a cheetah cub. What a shame! Eddie threw his net over the cubs and caught them. How sad! But alas, the mother cheetah could not find her young ones. How sad! Ch.1 took the cubs on his shoulder and returned them to the mother. Well done! Eddie, by his wicked act, had brought dishonor to the whole Zulu tribe. What a shame! The Zulu hunters decided to drive Eddie away from their village. Well done! The following phrases shows us how Eddie's thought of an easy way to hunt resulted in catching the cubs. But they are not in a proper sequence. Arrange the following phrases in a sequence to see how Eddie catches the cubs. Seeing the deer. Cubs got meal. Thought about a hunter like cheetah. Used net. Saw female cheetah crawling. Decided to catch and train. Envied cubs. Leapt and caught deer. Easy way to get deer. Caught cubs. The proper sequence is seeing the deer. Easy way to get deer. Saw female cheetah crawling. Leapt and caught deer. Cubs got meal. Envied cubs. Thought about a hunter like cheetah. Decided to catch and train. Used net. Caught cubs. Now let's find out the 8 most important phrases that tell us the story about the stains on the cheetah's cheeks. Let us begin from when the mother cheetahs returned from the stream. Mother cheetah returned from the stream. Mother cheetah did not find her cubs. Mother cheetah became angry and jumped wildly. Mother cheetah sniffed all around. Mother cheetah could not find her dear babies. Mother cheetah became sad and started crying. Mother cheetah cried and cried till the next evening. Mother cheetah had stains on her face. Now let's answer the questions. Which sentences in the text show that Eddie was a lazy hunter? These deer are really wonderful, but I have to run a lot to catch one of them. Can't there be an easy way to get one? Eddie decided to catch a cub. Why? Eddie decided to catch a young cub so that he could train it to hunt for him. Why was it safe for Eddie to steal a cub? From his experience, Eddie knew that a cheetah never attacks a man, so it was safe to steal a cub. How did Eddie catch the cubs? Eddie threw the net over the cubs and caught them. How did the mother cheetah react when she didn't find her young ones? When the mother cheetah returned after a while and did not find her cubs, she became angry and jumped wildly. She sniffed all around but could not find her dear babies. She became sad and started crying. She cried the whole night till the next evening. She cried and cried until her tears made dark stains down her cheeks. I hate you. You are wicked and lazy. Who said this? To whom? These words were said by Ch.1 to Eddie. How, according to Ch.1, did Eddie bring dishonor to the Zulu tribe? A Zulu hunter hunted with his own strength and skill. But Eddie was lazy and wicked. He stole the cubs and broke the rules of the tribe. Thus, he brought dishonor to the whole tribe. What decision did the tribesmen take? The tribesmen got together and decided to drive away Eddie from their village forever. What is the message of the story of Cheetah's tears? We get two messages from the story of the Cheetah's tears. First, that a hunter must hunt with his own strength and skill, and not by being lazy or a thief in order to earn without any effort. And second, that like human beings, even animals love their children, and their lives can be miserable without them. Complete the table by filling in the facts about cheetah. Height 100 centimeters. Weight 65 kgs. Age of maturity 2 years. Identification: lighter body. Legs are longer than the leopards. Isolated black spots. Habitat: lives in open forest. Found mainly in Africa. Speed 100 kilometers per hour. Food: medium-sized bucks are its main food. It also catches hares and large birds. Given here are few statements from the topic. Let us now complete the statements using appropriate words or group of words. Eddie wanted an easy life. Eddie envied the cheetah cubs because they got their food without any effort. Eddie thought that he would train the cubs hunt for him, and his life would be very comfortable then. The mother cheetah went on crying until her tears made dark stains on her cheeks. According to Ch.1, a hunter must hunt with his own strength and skill. Eddie had brought dishonor to the whole tribe by stealing the cubs and breaking the rules of the Zulu tribe. Now let's discuss a few questions. What do you think about earning without effort? I think this is a wrong way of earning. One must work hard and use his own strength and skills to earn a living. Do you justify Eddie's act of catching the cubs? Why? No, I do not justify Eddie's act of catching the cubs because he was a hunter. He could have used his own strength and skill to hunt a deer. But he did not do so. Instead, he thought of an easy way of hunting by catching the cubs. By doing so, he not only broke the rules of the tribe, but also brought dishonor to the whole tribe. Every tribe has its own traditions. Find out some traditions of the Adivasis, of the Dangs and Panchamahals. Dang is located in the Saputara hills of Gujarat. Dang is the home of Adivasis who have lived in the forest and highlands from time immemorial. Tribals appear in the best traditional attires. They even worship animals such as the tiger, crocodile, and snake as gods. It is famous for its fair, which is known as Dang Darbar Fair. Holi is the greatest festival of the Adivasis of Dang. Farming generally has been of shifting cultivation. Panchamahal, also known as Panchamahals, is a district in western India, in the eastern part of the Gujarat state. Adivasis of Panchamahals celebrate Holi as their biggest festival. Tribal dances of the region are spectacular to watch. People move in concentric circles, holding each other by the waist, dancing to the beat of percussion and wind instruments. Many musical instruments are typical of this district. What would you like to be, Eddie or Shannu? Give reasons for your choice. I would like to be Shannu, as Shannu was a very wise man who loved animals and knew all about them. Shannu took the cubs on his shoulders and returned them to their mother, unlike Eddie, who had separated the mother cheetah and her cubs. What would you have done if you were Eddie? If I was Eddie, I would work hard for a living. As stated by Shannu, I would hunt with my own strength and skill and abide with the rules of my tribe. Read this story and notice the underlined words. A group of frogs was traveling through the jungle when two of them fell into a deep pit. All the other frogs gathered around the pit. When they saw how deep it was, they told the two frogs that they were as good as dead. The two frogs ignored the comments and tried to jump out of the pit with all their effort. The other frogs kept telling them not to try, as they were as good as dead. Finally, one of the frogs followed what the other frogs were saying and gave up. He fell down and died. The other frog continued to jump as hard as he could. Once again, the group of frogs yelled at him to stop the pain and just die. He began jumping even harder and finally made it out. When he got out, the other frog said, "Did you not hear us?" The frog explained to them that he was deaf. He thought they were encouraging him to jump out of the hole all the time. Now let's use the underlined words from the paragraph to answer these questions. Encircle that word in the answer. For example, did two frogs fall into the pit? Answer: yes, two frogs fell into the pit. Now let us encircle the word that is used from the paragraph in the answer. Did both the frogs try to jump out? Yes, both the frogs tried to jump out. Did the other frogs keep the two frogs telling not to try? Yes, the other frogs kept telling the two frogs not to try. Did the second frog stop jumping? No, the second frog continued jumping. Did the second frog listen to what other frogs said? No, the second frog ignored to what other frogs said. Did the second frog explain that he was deaf? Yes, the second frog explained that he was deaf. Now let us complete this dialogue using was, wasn't, or were, weren't. Example A. Where were you in the evening yesterday after school hours? B. I was at my cousin's home. A. Where were you at 9 in the morning yesterday? B. I was in bed as it was Sunday. A. Were you present in the class yesterday? B. Yes, I was. A. Was Sardar Patel the first Prime Minister of India? B. No, he wasn't. It was Jawaharlal Nehru. A. Was Yuvraj Singh a part of Indian cricket team during the World Cup 2015? B. No, he wasn't. A. Was there power cut at your place yesterday? B. No, there wasn't. In fact, we watched a movie last night. A. Were there guests at your home last Sunday? B. Yes, there were. They were my brother's friends. A. Were you a part of school cultural program last year? B. Yes, I was. I performed a folk dance. A. Was Sanskrit compulsory for you in class 8? B. Yes, it was. Here are some questions and answers. Write the action and the main information from the answer. Here is an example. When did India become an independent nation? India became an independent nation in 1947. In this answer, the action word is became, and the main information that answers the question when is 1947. So let us write them in this table. Now do the same for the remaining. Who was India's first Prime Minister? Jawaharlal Nehru was India's first Prime Minister. Was Jawaharlal Nehru. Who was India's first President? Rajendra Prasad was India's first President. Was Rajendra Prasad. When did Gujarat become a separate state? Gujarat became a separate state in 1960. Became 1960. When did you join the school? I joined the school in 2002. Joined 2002. When did you reach the school yesterday? I reached the school yesterday at 7:20 a.m. Reached 7:20 a.m. What time did you return home yesterday? I returned home yesterday at 2 p.m. Returned 2 p.m. What did you teach in the last class? I taught unit number 3 in the last class. Taught unit number 3. Did you visit any new place during your last summer vacation? Yes, I visited a new place during my last summer vacation. Visited. Yes. What places did you visit during the last vacation? I visited Shimla, Kullu, and Manali during my last vacation. Visited Shimla, Kullu, and Manali. With whom did you go there? I went there with my family. Went, family. How long did you stay there? I stayed there for a week. Stayed, a week. What did you see there? I saw many mountains, rivers, and temples over there. Saw, mountains, rivers, and temples. Have you noticed the action words in these questions? Yes, in the first question, the action word was become, while in the answer of the same question, the action word becomes converted into the word became. Here the question and answer are in simple past tense. In simple past tense, a simple sentence or answer is formed using the second form of a verb. For example, India became an independent nation in 1947. Here, became is the second form of the word become. But when we make a question in the simple past tense, we use the helping verb did with first form of action verb. For example, when did India become an independent nation? Or, Did India become independent in 1947? Now let us move on to the next activity. Over here, we will see the uses of the helping verb did with first form of action verb in question changes into the second form of verb in the answer. Did you play football yesterday in the morning? Did. Play will change to played in the answer. We played football yesterday in the morning. Did Jay come late to school last Monday? Did. Come. Came. Jay came late to school last Monday. Did you watch the movie last week? Did. Watch. Watched. I watched the movie last week. Now that we know the uses of the helping verb did with first and second form of action verb, let us fill in the blanks to complete the sentences and questions. Dash the yellow bird dash a song yesterday morning. The yellow bird dash a song yesterday morning. Sang. Let us complete the sentence first using the word given in the bracket. The yellow bird sang a song yesterday morning. Sang is the second form of verb. Thus, let us complete the question using the helping verb and first verb. Sang, did, sing. Did the yellow bird sing a song yesterday morning? The yellow bird sang a song yesterday morning. Dash you dash my brother during recess. I dash your brother during recess. Saw. I saw your brother during recess. Saw, did, see. Did you see my brother during recess? I saw your brother during recess. Dash you hear the terrifying noise last night? I dashed the terrifying noise last night. Here the first form of verb is already given, so we need to find the helping verb and second form of verb. Here, did, heard. Did you hear the terrifying noise last night? I heard the terrifying noise last night. Dash you visit the fun fair last Sunday? I dashed the fun fair last Sunday. Visit, did, visited. Did you visit the fun fair last Sunday? I visited the fun fair last Sunday. Dash you attend the Panchayat meeting last weekend? I dashed the Panchayat meeting last weekend. Attend, did, attend. Did you attend the Panchayat meeting last weekend? I attended the Panchayat meeting last weekend. Write down the information which you have gathered about your friend and fill in the blanks with the information provided to you. For example, name of your friend, Geeta Patel. In which year were you born? She was born in 2002. At what age did you start going to school? She started going to school at the age of 3. What was your first school's name? The name of her school was JJ High School. What games did you play at school at that time? She played tennis. Who was your best friend then? Her best friend was Suman. Now let's complete the sentences given below by using the negative form of the underlined words and complete the sentence. Example, I liked the food, but I didn't like the service of this hotel. I enjoyed the movie, but I didn't enjoy the songs. She found her phone, but she didn't find her keys. My father brought a cake, but he didn't bring cold drinks. My sister sang the prayer song very well, but she didn't sing the welcome song so well. The principal announced the exam dates, but didn't announce the dates for vacation. Our school won the cricket match, but didn't win the hockey match. The school required teaching staff, but didn't require administrative staff. The police caught the thieves, but didn't catch their leader. Asma drank the glass of milk, but didn't drink the syrup. Dishan finished his homework for drawing, but didn't finish his homework for maths. Now look at this table. The first column consists of questions that need to be completed by using did you and yesterday, while the second and third column consist of the reply in yes and no. Let's complete the questions and put a tick as per our response. Example: did you brush your teeth yesterday? Yes. Now let us do the same for the remaining. Dash go to school. Dash. Did you go to school yesterday? Yes. Dash help in kitchen. Dash. Did you help in the kitchen yesterday? No. Dash do your homework. Dash. Did you do your homework yesterday? Yes. Dash study English. Dash. Did you study English yesterday? Yes. Dash listen to music. Dash. Did you listen to music yesterday? No. Dash phone from any of your friends. Dash. Did you phone any of your friends yesterday? No. Dash watch TV. Dash. Did you watch TV yesterday? Yes. Now frame similar questions and answers by making use of the words given in the bracket. Take breakfast. Say prayer. Play cricket. Kabaddi, game. Read newspaper. Visit friend's home. For example, question: did you have breakfast? Yes, I had it. Did you say prayer? Yes, I said it. Did you play cricket? Yes, I played cricket. Did you read the newspaper? Yes, I read it. Did you visit your friend's home? No, I didn't visit my friend's home. Did you brush your teeth? Yes, I brushed my teeth. Did you play the guitar? No, I didn't play the guitar. Did you study maths? No, I didn't study maths. Here are some facts to know. Did you know the Statue of Liberty's index finger is 8 feet long? Sharks can live up to 100 years. Mosquitoes are more attracted to the color blue than any other color. Kangaroos can't walk backwards. Octopus have 3 hearts. A blue whale's tongue weighs more than an elephant. You use 14 muscles to smile and 43 to frown. Keep smiling. A group of people are talking about how they spent their weekends. Complete the conversations using appropriate forms of the verbs given in the brackets. What did you do on the weekend? I went to watch a movie. It was fantastic. How was your weekend? It was great. I met some friends on Saturday, and we went for shopping. We also visited a fun fair. We thoroughly enjoyed the evening. What did you do on Saturday night? I had guests at home and I cooked dinner for them. Then we watched a program on TV. And what did you do on the weekend? Oh, nothing special. I stayed at home and studied. Look at this box. It consists of actions and activities. We need to sort out which actions and activities given in this box match with the situations given in the table. Frame sentences as per the example given. Sang songs, bought clothes, played music, ate ice cream, played games, swam in river, saw ancient weapons, danced with friends, cooked food, went for boating, watched 3D film on solar system, went up the hill, enjoyed the coin collection, withdrew money from the ATM, learnt about history. Example: yesterday I went to the market and bought clothes. Last weekend I went to the museum and learnt about history. Last Sunday I went on a picnic and sang songs. Now let us sort the actions and activities in the table. Let us begin with on a picnic, sang songs, played music, played games, swam in river, danced with friends, cooked food, went for boating, went up the hill. Last Sunday, I went on a picnic and sang songs. Last Sunday, I went on a picnic and played music. Last Sunday, I went on a picnic and played games. Last Sunday, I went on a picnic and swam in the river. Last Sunday, I went on a picnic and danced with friends. Last Sunday, I went on a picnic and cooked food. Last Sunday, I went on a picnic and went for boating. Last Sunday, I went on a picnic and went up the hill. To the market, bought clothes, ate ice cream, withdrew money from the ATM. Yesterday, I went to the market and bought clothes. Yesterday, I went to the market and ate ice cream. Yesterday, I went to the market and withdrew money from the ATM. To the museum, saw ancient weapons, watched 3D films on solar system, enjoyed the coin collection, learnt about history. Last weekend, I went to the museum and saw ancient weapons. Last weekend, I went to the museum and watched 3D film on solar system. Last weekend, I went to the museum and enjoyed the coin collection. Last weekend, I went to the museum and learnt about history. Fill in the gaps using appropriate forms of the verbs given in brackets and complete the passage. Gulliver's Travels. I awoke as the bright sunlight struck my face. I wanted to stretch my arms and legs, but felt something pulling them down to the ground. I could not lift my head. My hair was tied to the ground with nails. My whole body was fixed to the ground with hundreds of thin but strong threads. Strange noises came to my ears, but all I could do was to look at the sky above. I remember how my ship had sunk. I was lucky to have swum across the sea, but I was so tired that I fell asleep as soon as I touched the land. While I was thinking what to do, I felt something moving on my left hand. The strange thing crept up to my chin. I looked at him. It was a tiny human being, about 6 inches tall, with a tiny bow and arrow. Frame a question for each of the answers given below. Use the question prompts given in the brackets for each statement. Example: the principal declared a holiday in the morning. Who, what, when? Who declared a holiday in the morning? What did the principal declare in the morning? When did the principal declare a holiday? Bhaskar sent an SMS to his friend an hour ago. When? Whom? What? When did Bhaskar send an SMS to his friend? Whom did Bhaskar send an SMS an hour ago? What did Bhaskar send to his friend an hour ago? Juhi drank orange juice in breakfast today morning. Who? What time? Who drank orange juice today morning? What did Juhi drink for breakfast today morning? What time did Juhi drink the orange juice? Or, when did Juhi drink orange juice? Mihir had his lunch in the college canteen in the afternoon. Who, what, when? Who had lunch in the college canteen in the afternoon? What did Mihir have in the college canteen in the afternoon? When did Mihir have lunch in the college canteen? Dolly's father bought a new car last week. Who, what, when? Who bought a new car last week? What did Dolly's father buy last week? When did Dolly's father buy a new car? The meeting ended very late yesterday. What? When? What ended very late yesterday? When did the meeting end yesterday? The police went on a search operation at midnight. Who? What? When? Who went on a search operation at midnight? What did the police do at midnight? When did the police go on a search operation? The train got delayed by 6 hours. What? How many? What got delayed by 6 hours? How many hours did the train get delayed by? The Prime Minister announced a new life insurance policy this morning. Who? What? When? Who announced a new life insurance policy this morning? What did the Prime Minister announce this morning? When did the Prime Minister announce a new life insurance policy? Now just imagine, you have found a baby monkey whose mother is missing. How will you help it? Read the suggestions and write what you will do. First, I will put it in a safe place. Then I will dash. Give food. Thereafter, I dash. Water. Meanwhile, dash. protect from dogs. Dash. Search for its mother. Add two more sentences. Now let's imagine, what would you have done if you were in such a situation? First, I will put it in a safe place. Then, I will give it food. Thereafter, I will give it water. Meanwhile, I will protect it from dogs. Then, I will search for its mother. When I find the mother, I will return the baby back to its mother. I will feel happy to see the mother and the baby united. Did you know that a tiger lives alone and not in a herd or a family? Come, let us read some more interesting facts about the tiger. Understand them and write a paragraph including all these details. Type: mammal. An animal that gives birth to cubs, young ones. Diet: carnivore. Meat eater. Lifespan: 10 to 15 years. Appearance: long, thick, reddish coats with white bellies and white and black tail. Size and weight: head and body: 1.5 to 1.8 meters. Tail: 0.6 to 0.9 meters. Weight: 100 to 300 kgs. Habitat: from Siberian taiga to Indian forests, tropical mangroves. Scientific name: Panthera tigris. Life: alone, not in a herd or a family. Territory: up to 100 square kilometers. Hunting habits: attacks the prey, knocks it down using body weight, bites on the neck. Now let us write a paragraph with the help of the facts we just read about the tiger. The tiger is a mammal. It gives birth to cubs, young ones. It is a carnivorous animal, as it is a meat eater. The average lifespan of a tiger is about 10 to 15 years. It is long in its appearance and most recognizable for their pattern of thick reddish-orange fur coats with white bellies, and it has a white and black tail. The head and body length of a tiger is between 1.5 meters to 1.8 meters long, while the tail length is of 0.6 meters to 0.9 meters long. A tiger weighs about 100 to 300 kgs. The tigers are usually found in Siberian taiga, Indian forest and tropical mangroves. The scientific name for the tiger, national animal, is Panthera tigris. The tiger spends its life alone and not in a herd or a family. It maintains its territory up to 100 square kilometers. The nature of the tiger's hunting habit is to attack the prey, knock it down using body weight, and then it bites the prey on its neck to kill it. Write about 10 sentences on a day in the life of a tribal. A tribal lives in a forest. The day of a tribal begins very early. They get up at dawn and eat their first meal. By sunrise, they reach the forest to cut wood, fetch fruits, and other eatables, or to hunt animals. Some go to graze cattle. The women also help men in their work. In the evening, they get together and enjoy music and dance. They have their meals and go to bed early. Now, gather information about any animal around your residence and fill in the details in the table. Name: Labrador Retriever. Type: Retriever, gun dog. Size: its height is between 57 to 60 centimeters. Habitat: it is known to belong to the United Kingdom and Canada. It is very playful and does not like to be left alone. They require plenty of room and open space. Territory: marks its territory with the help of its urine. Lifespan: 12 to 13 years. Life: they are used in bomb squad, track criminals, find cocaine. They are kept by many people as pets also. Labradors are frequently trained to assist the blind. Now let us read about big birds. Two ginormous birds, all flightless and now extinct. The elephant bird, otherwise known as Epiornis. This huge bird from Madagascar was up to 2.7 meters, 9 feet tall, and weighed as much as 450 kgs, 992 pounds. It may have survived until the arrival of the first humans on the island, and have therefore given rise to the legend of the rock. The giant moa. This huge bird from New Zealand was possibly the tallest ever to walk the earth. They reached 4 meters, 13 feet in height, which is almost as tall as a double-decker bus. They were more lightly built, however, weighing up to 250 kgs, 551 pounds.